That's all I can do. That is all I can do right now. At the beginning, don't get used to this. Like double anime review. No, I am only reviewing this anime right now because I won't be here tomorrow. So because of that, well, I won't be here tonight or something. I just won't be here. Anyways, so was planning to review this on Sundays. This was gonna be my Sundays anime, but scheduling. This was amazing. This was absolutely stunning. And the thing that really warms me up is, do you know how you have your favorite artist or your favorite author, and you see them from the very beginning? You become a fan of them at their very first stage of their process. You see their work, and you love their work as time goes on, and you see them make it to the big leagues. You finally see them make it there, and you're like, oh my goodness, you made it, man. You made it. And you can't help but feel this warm, fuzzy feeling inside when it finally happens. I've been following the creator of this anime for a while, when they made their first book called Koro, just black, and it was very similar to this anime, but it was different. It was about a little girl who lived in a big house with a very mysterious shadow-like cat, where you can only see a black figure of a cat and a very mouth of a circle of sharp teeth. People feared this girl and everybody went to her house, only very few people did. And at the same time, they live in this dystopian place where you can only walk on the concrete. You can never walk outside the concrete, because if you do, you'll be captured by these mysterious creatures that latch onto you and change you to this terrible form of something. And and it was pretty popular, I think. People who've read it, I recommend it to, said this was amazing. There was so much mystery and thriller behind it, wondering what was going on. And then later on, they had this series called The Shadow House that came out. Oh well, they have a new series. It was very similar, so I could easily to get into it. And and every time the chapters will get translated into English, every English chapter is translated into full out color. Full out color, every chapter. I read the raws first. The raws come out first as usual, and they're the simple manga black and white. But every time the the chapters get translated officially, they're always in color. Always in color, and it's a beautiful color. I love it so much. So seeing this get animated really brought joy to me, and I am just so happy for the creator that they finally got their big break. There's been other creators. The person who did a lot of Toho Dojins, one that did Foot Flaps. They did the Darwin's Game. Then there's a person who did the Advent Chirino. They did You Make Her Merry or Dream Eater Merry, and that got an anime in the manga ended like what last year. It was amazing. I loved it so much. I love seeing creators I follow from their very beginnings and see them make it to the big leagues where they finally get their big anime break. I love seeing it. It's just amazing. Now, with that being said, let's finally get into the review of The Shadow House. First, let's talk about this opening. It's been a while since I've seen an anime with an instrumental opening. It's been a while, a good while. So to see this, I'm like, wow. The visuals, the animation, the art design, it's just, dude, it's blowing me away. I believe Cloverworks did the same thing with Wonder Egg Priority, which I need to do my thoughts on probably next week. Cloverworks can do some amazing work when they want to. When they want to. You saw what they did with The Promised Neverland. Season 2 was just, oh god, Season 2. Mm. But Wonder Egg Priority was amazing. They're like JC staff. They can do their hit and misses. It depends on how much attention they give to a certain anime. It all depends. Of that being said, the Shadow House seems to be off to a very good start. The very beginning, the very few parts are so important. You see the outside world, it's all gloomy and smoggy, full of soot everywhere. Um, that was how it was in the back in the day. The chocolate factory days. Where everyone, all the towns were close up together. The streets were stone and everything. The slums were full of sewage, and the plague started. There's during the time of the plague and stuff like that. So of course everything was, less hygienic, and everything was all smog. Everyone relied on soot and the coal of trains and stuff. That's how it was back then. You see that atmosphere. They're just defined. And you see these children drinking a certain beverage, and then they go to sleep in this dark room. And imagine you wake up. You have no memory of who you are or what you are. All you know is you're serving someone. You can't read the papers on the wall. You slowly discover what food is. You have to put on these clothes. And you even have to take this piece of paper of someone you're serving. You have to look just like them. However, they have no face. They are a being made of completely out of soot. And it's all you know, that you have to serve them. You have to be their identity. These soot people have no identity. They can rarely tell each other apart unless they have these things called dolls, which they do not call themselves humans. Gives you another mystery to have. What happened to lead to this point where the humans don't think they're humans, but instead they think they're dolls, and they believe that these people of soot are the actual humans. They're the perfect people. They see them as the humans because they're perfect, where humans are supposed to be, imperfect. So it's just mystery after mystery, just one episode. And the chapters do take a while as I've been reading them. That they mostly stay in the room just to give you a bit of a wonder of how the outside itself is, let alone the entire planet. It gives you bits and pieces for you to nibble on. It dangles it in front of your face. Tell you, okay, follow the mystery. You follow the mystery, you solve the mystery. Then another mystery opens up before you. There's so much about the world that the writer likes to do. They like to do the little box thing where you open a box or a smaller box and a smaller box, and then you see a tiny box. That's what they like to do when it comes to their mysteries. They open things up a bit at a time. It's not this thing where you keep getting more questions than answers and stuff like that. No. You get answers, but you also get some questions same at a time. Just like that, in a proper proportion. I love it. And I feel like I just did a lot of jibble jabble back there, but I'm just, once again, I love seeing work that I follow and seeing it put into an anime formation. It's just something about it just feels amazing. So seeing Shadow House being animated, like, I never thought it was going to get animated. I thought that the creator themselves was not that well known, but seeing them work their butt off week after week, doing things from the Shadow House, and I'm like, wow. People you're in for a treat. Like I said, the opening is amazing, and then the outro. I love the song. The outro. It just it's a nice, calm, but yet creepy feel into your ears. That's how it feels. And the visuals, of course, showing the reflection of the two characters, Emilico and Kate. Now, if you notice when Emilico first met Kate, Kate was about to give her a name. And notice how Kate always says herself in third person. You'll notice this a lot with the Soot people. Now, as she was about to name Emilico, she was about to start her name with something with Kate. Kate, she was trying to think of some word that can go with Kate, but instead, she named her after someone else inside of a book instead. That's very important, people. Pay attention. A lot of little things that happen in this show can have a big part to play within the story as a whole, which is good story writing, by the way. I love it so much. Now, you see Kate at the clumsy little girl, and they both have their own mysteries. How Kate rarely shows emotion, only with the soot of how whether she's anxious or angry or sad or full of a negative emotion. Where Kate is very emotional. So this is probably one of the reasons why they need these dolls, by the way. Dolls. To show how they feel and how they want to act and how people can identify with them. So that's why Kate has to look, well, Emiko has to look just like Kate, you know, so they can be their reflection. But there's a lot more to it than that, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm not going to spoil a damn thing. That being said, um, there's not much besides that, besides wondering what's in the outside world. You're stuck in this room the entire episode. In Emiko's room, you see the difference between servant and, of course, master. Master has a bigger piece of bread. They have the bath. They have the nicer bed, all that stuff. Where you have the servant who has, they sleep in like what looks like a giant box. They wash their face at a sink instead of a bath. They have a very looking like moldy like bread, but they're so thankful for it. They're always positive to do with their master, as if this is how they were programmed. They know nothing else but what goes inside of this room in their master. That is it. Which is a pretty sad existence, but then again, that's only because we live on the outside. But to them, this is everything to them, and they love it so much. So, is it really sad to them? It's a matter of perspective, I'm guessing. But anyways, the Shadow House is something I'm looking forward to because it's something I didn't expect to get animated, but I'm sure and glad that it did. So I'm looking forward to more with this. This is going to be good, people. Do not sleep on this. In fact, tell people more about this anime. Just spread the word, for crying out loud. Please do. I really want to see this thing at least reach at least the top 5 or something. It deserves it. Am I hyping up so much? Perhaps. But I have a lot of investment and faith within this anime. I really do. So I hope you guys give it a try as well. If you did, please let me know. Anyway, that's all I got for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and of course, hit that bell icon. This has been Madcrown on Madman. Signing out.